Okay, we have Reed Davis here, and I am just asking him a couple questions about Bryan and what he would have to say about him. So to begin, Reed, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background and how you know Dr. Bryan Walsh or what you know about his work?
Yeah, thanks so much. And I'm very happy to talk about Dr. Walsh. You know, I consider Bryan a friend. We've known each other for at least 10 or more years. And Bryan has always had some of the most refreshing comments and education and attitude about the work we do. So generally it's functional medicine. I specialize in lab work and natural protocols. And I think so does Bryan. You know, he's a professor. He teaches this stuff, and I've learned a lot from him. So our background is mutual friends, being in the same business, and having the same point of view, I think, about helping people and educating people.
So is there a main reason you would say that you would recommend learning from him?
You know, he's just really bright, and he's got what we would call a BS meter that's very, very astute. You know, like he doesn't just take the company line, so to speak, or what the academics are saying. He does his own research and he figures it out. And so, you know, he's that kind of a professor type, the one you want to have. He's the guy that you're going to remember down the road. Dr. Walsh said this and Dr. Walsh said that. Not so much what he said, but how, you know, how he says it, and the fact that you know that he's not taking anyone else's word for it. So I would say that's one of Bryan's greatest strengths is he doesn't take the convention word for it. He's going to do his own research and come up with something new.
Yeah.
And, you know, I could give you an example if you want.
Sure.
Like with adrenal fatigue, you know, like I used to teach that model. Now we all did because it's an amazing construct that really helps people. But, you know, Bryan's one of the pioneers that figured out, you know what, it's really not the adrenals so much. And he wrote an article that I had, you know, immediately like 50 people emailed me. What about this guy, Bryan Walsh? I said, well, I know Bryan. Let me phone him up. And so I just got on the phone and said, you know, what's going on? And we talked back and forth. So I think he's always been that guy that didn't take the convention or someone else's word for it. And, you know, we get along because I questioned him on it and was open to what he had to say. You know, he wasn't doing it to grandstand or sensationalize or anything like that. He just did it because that was his honest research and opinion, and he wasn't afraid to say it. And that's why we get along so well, is we can do that with each other, you know, and question each other and question the convention. So adrenal fatigue was a big thing. And another one was when he came out with some information on detoxification. You know, that's one of the most bandied about therapies. Oh, detox, detox. And he went back and really challenged some of the conventions. And so, you know, I've even recently had Dr. Bryan on my show with my gang, you know, and been very happy to promote his educational programs because of that. They're top notch.
Thanks. So, I mean, on those two fronts, you know, and what you know about Bryan, if someone were to say, hey, should I take one of his courses or should I attend this upcoming seminar that I told you we're doing, going around the country, what would you say?
Any chance you get to listen to Dr. Bryan, go do it, especially live, because he's that kind of, he's the guy you want to see. You know, I think certain percentage of communication is visual anyway. It's mostly visual. I mean, but he says really good stuff, and he'll you know, sound good. He's got a good speaking voice. He's very articulate and clear about what he's saying. He's not going to overwhelm you with big 6-syllable words and things like that, although he could. But what he says, what he shows you on the whiteboard, you know, it's just remarkable and great way to learn. You know, he's not old, but he's like an old professor that you want to be there and grab it, even though he's such a relatively young man.
Yeah, that's a good point. I agree.
So yeah, if you get a chance to go see Dr. Bryan, you ought to do it.
Great. Well, thank you so much. We really value your opinion, and we really hope that you can make it to the seminar when we make it out to California.
I will, Julie.
Right.
Guaranteed to be there.
Thank you so much.